When Grandpa Thomas turned 81, the house became quieter than he ever imagined it could. Not the peaceful kind of quiet. This was the hollow kind. The kind that echoed when you set a cup down or walked past an empty chair. His wife, Eleanor, had passed 3 years earlier, and since then, words felt heavier. He spoke less, listened more, and spent long afternoons staring at the garden she once loved. The only sound that regularly broke the silence was the ticking wall clock and the soft hum of the radio, playing stations he barely heard anymore. The Parrot arrived by accident. A neighbor was moving into assisted living and couldn't take the bird along. "He's old too," she said gently. "Been around forever." Thomas didn't want responsibility, but when he looked into the parrot's bright, curious eyes, something stirred. The bird was green, slightly scruffy, and calm in a way that felt familiar. He placed the cage near the window, unsure of what he was doing. Just temporary, he told himself. He didn't know then that the bird was about to reopen parts of his heart he'd quietly closed. For days, the parrot said nothing. Thomas talked anyway, small things at first. Complaints about the weather, memories of Eleanor's cooking, the way mornings used to feel full. Then one afternoon, as Thomas struggled to stand from his chair, the parrot spoke. "Easy now, love." Thomas froze. His hands trembled. Those were Eleanor's words, the exact ones she used every time he rushed himself. His breath caught as the parrot tilted its head, watching him closely. Thomas whispered, "Where did you hear that?" The bird only blinked, as if it had simply returned something that belonged to him. More words followed in the days that came. Phrases Thomas hadn't heard since Eleanor's last weeks. "Tea's getting cold. Don't forget your pills. You're doing just fine." Each sentence landed gently but deeply, like a hand resting on his shoulder. Thomas began speaking more, to the parrot, to the room, to the memories he'd kept locked away. He laughed sometimes, he cried others. The bird listened, repeating bits of his past like fragile treasures it had been trusted to keep safe. Thomas started opening the curtains again. He watered the plants. He cooked real meals instead of heating cans. Every morning, he greeted the parrot. "Good to see you, old friend." And every so often, the bird would answer with Eleanor's voice shaped through feathers and time. Thomas understood then. It wasn't haunting. It wasn't magic. It was continuity. Love refusing to disappear. The parrot wasn't replacing Eleanor. It was reminding Thomas that the words they shared still lived, still mattered, still breathed. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Thomas sat quietly beside the cage. His hands rested steady in his lap. "I thought I was done," he said softly. The parrot watched him, then spoke once more. "You're not alone." Thomas smiled, tears tracing lines down his cheeks. He wasn't. Not really. Because some voices don't fade when people leave. They linger in memories, habits, and sometimes in a small green parrot who remembers what mattered most. And for the first time in years, Thomas felt ready to listen to life again.